What's good, guys? Um, this is day 7. Day 7, Palm Sunday. Let's go, baby. A week done. Well, not. I still gotta get my workout in. Only reason I'm doing this before my workout is because I'm at my parents' house and I don't want to wake them up. Plus, if I go running outside early like this, then I'll get sweaty, and to do my workout on the concrete, I get sweaty, and then and then I get chilly. I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses, but I don't see it like that. As long as I get my workout in, I'm good. Plus, it said I've been overreaching anyway, so I kind of need a little bit of rest. Even though I'm a fat ass. I had 2 meals yesterday. They were totally against my diet plan, so I won't be surprised if I gained a pound or whatever. But you got to learn to fail right, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fail right. Um, I went to church last night. Palm Sunday service on a Saturday night, and it was good. It was a good service. We talked about the gal that was, I think her name was Mary. Not Mary Magdalene, but the other Mary that was the sister to Lazarus, when she poured all the um, spikenard on Jesus' feet and washed his feet with her hair. And no, that's a good teaching by Jesus too, because um, there's always going to be the poor that you could help, and he was only on the earth so long. He'll come back and reign, but no, I also made a post yesterday that I found the Bible in my other car that's just sitting here. It was locked and the battery was dead, uh, and you can't get in it. You couldn't get in it with the key, so the guy had to fish the door handle and pop it open. The AAA, he got open, and then we popped the hood, and the battery is so corroded that it wouldn't, and so gone and lost that it wouldn't start up. So I gotta get a new battery. But no, I found the Bible. I found a Bible from my friend, Andrew. He's my homie. He's a sawman. He was a sawman. Now he's doing HACCP or um, important things. He was already doing important things. He's been a manager ever since he's been there. But no, he served overseas during the war in Iraq. Very humble, devout Christian, and he gave me that Bible, and I looked up the price on that Bible, and it's not like that matters, but it was like almost 100. It was over $100. That Bible was over $100, and he got that for me. So I think I think my salvation and my family's salvation is important to him. He wants me to spread that on. And mom and dad have, since I've kind of got spiritual, they've come around, a lot more than they were in the past. He told me that, so I appreciate that. And, um, think it's time for a change. I honestly don't know what else I'm gonna talk about. That's pretty much all I thought through. That's all I had planned, really. I think. Oh, I also saw a part of The Chosen last night. That was in theaters. Um, it's good. I love that show. Um, Probably not as good as the last scene and or one of the last few scenes of season 4, but I missed some of the beginning because I went to church last night and I didn't stay till the end. So, but still is good regardless. Um, I have to learn to have patience. Patience is going to be key. Patience, consistency, showing up. They're all going to be very important for my weight loss journey and my walk with God too. I should put that in there because no, we're all going somewhere after we die, and you're either holy or you're hot. So that's what Lecrae said in No Regrets, that song. But trying to think what else I could talk about. I okay, I was in the sun almost I was in the sun for whatever 8 hours yesterday, and I got burnt up. I mean, burnt up. I got some sunscreen specifically for bald headed guys, so I put that on. After it was delivered yesterday, I got it off Amazon. They have the next day delivery, so that was good. But it just it just goes to show how much how lazy I've been, how lazy and um, no inspiration, no hope in my life. But getting that back, and these podcasts are a way to take accountability for sure. Take accountability and share my story. Um, yeah, after being in the sun, being in the sun that long the day before, and doing those. It might have been Friday, but no, it was Saturday because the day before I did that circuit exercise. I'm gonna do that again this morning. I gotta do that. I gotta get a sweat on. Like let's go. I freaking um ate bad food yesterday. Um but it is time to get it. See how much time we got here. 9 minutes. Okay. Oh man. Still here, just being silent. You know, when you think about the past so much and you're not doing anything about it, you're reminiscing. Like I just mostly on these podcasts I've just been reminiscing, and that's good as long as you're doing something about it. You know, like oh man, I was so happy back then. I was in such good shape, but I mean it's all about the current. Like what are you doing today to get better? Day by day in the present, what are you doing? And as long as you do the best you can, do what you can do in a day. And if that's not good enough for people, fuck them. Just um, stay consistent. That's what I'm gonna do. Um, I was also listening to Can't Hurt Me yesterday when I was out hacking at weeds, and no, it's an amazing book. Uh, the first chapter, into the first chapter was if you're ever dealt a bad hand, and bipolar or schizoaffective being genetic. That was probably the worst hand I was dealt, and my dad, he drank a lot and smoked a lot, and he went through like an anger stage. And my brother, much older than me, he was raised by them, by our parents, long before I was. But even my brother told me that I got the worst of his rage stage as a alcoholic. But I remember sometimes I got the belt, but when I think of David Goggins' story and what he went through, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is nothing, man. You know, like I'm white, I have a middle class family that's doing well, um, and my brother Matt didn't have that. He mom and dad were very poor when he was a boy, and they were scraping from the bottom of the barrel, sleeping on the floor, and all this, just all the things you could think of that were. My dad worked at King Supers, and they get the cheap meat from the store. They give it out to employees, and so my dad was cooking that, or mom was cooking that, but whatever. Tough times, but those times are behind us, and um, he's my brother's a man. He's got three kids, my niece and nephews, and um, oh, I've never. I don't want to say I've never taken my education seriously. Now I'm taking it pretty seriously, but I never really wanted to do a job or study something where I had to end up working my ass off the rest of my life. Well, if I wanted to work my ass off, I wanted to be creative. Like I wanted to do film, or now I'm doing writing, um, music. Music. Just those kind of things where I can enjoy my time at work. But if I get back into shape, and this sort of that if I get back into shape and I'm as happy as I was back then, like I said, I would have been fine, being in good shape, good health, um, and working at a shop, manual labor, and then reaching Ironman status. Ironman race. That's kind of the that's kind of the ultimate goal. If I get there, and I mean that's gonna take forever. Um, but whatever. I'm gonna turn 28 this year, and then there's ultra marathon runners that are, they're their healthiest and their best years are in their um 40s, you know. Um so age is just a number, I'm young. I'm young, but I've seen people that prove that the age is just a number, and um you can live a healthy life uh the rest of your life if you're getting after it. If you're getting after it. So as far as exercise goes. Um, I mean, besides my cousins, the rest of the family's pretty fat and overweight. So, kind of jealous of my cousin. I got that envious because he's got straight teeth. He's literally maybe 10, I don't know, 9 to 11 years older than me, and he looks younger. He looks like me when I was in college. Um, because he's got straight teeth and we look alike. He's a lot shorter than me, but he's got that, and he eats healthy. He looks like a younger me. So, but he's got a wife. He's taken. He's a handsome man. But I don't want to sound gay, but no, you can't. Comparing yourself to others is a bad thing. Let's see what time we're at here. We're at 17. No, comparing yourself to others and being envious um, is the root of all evil. Um, if you're fancying another guy's gal, or like the shows where the people want to take his land, build an airport or a ski resort or a cattle rancher's land. You could learn a lot from just watching Yellowstone. So that's my advice. But now the Bible is good. It's also very old. Still the Word of God, though. Words to live by, and now I take what I said about sinning a little. Like it's okay to sin a little bit more. Or what I was saying on that rant. I was out of control, and it's embarrassing to say that, like, you didn't take your meds the night before, which is why you're so going off on a tangent. But no, that's kind of what happened, and there's a stigma behind that for schizoaffective people, that because you're on medication, um, you never want to share your illness and that you're on meds with anybody, because of the fear that they'll judge you, and they'll make a comment about your meds. Like that's probably the worst thing you could ever say to a person with bipolar is like did you take your meds? That they just shoot you down with that. But that's life. We're all dealt some sort of bad hand, and that's what I've been dealt. That's what I gotta live with. See, we're almost at 20 minutes. We're all dealt a bad hand, and but I mean, David Goggins proved it. Um, Jesus proved it by being, Jesus wasn't even good looking. Like he was an ugly man. It does say that in the Bible. If I find the verse, I'll spill it out. But um, no, he wasn't good looking like the movies portray. He was an ugly. He was outcast. But his words resonated with a lot of people, and obviously he was performing miracles. But and David, same thing. Saul was the tall and handsome guy, and that's the one that the seer saw in his dream. Saul, King Saul, but no, it doesn't matter where you come from, what you did in the past, what you look like. It's about what you're made of. What you're made of in here, in your heart. So I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Let's get this. Happy Palm Sunday, and I love y'all. Let's grind for show.